Did you think, taking the job, that you guys were just going to come out like gangbusters right out of the gate?
No, I didn't. You know, I had a good feel. You know, I looked at Terrence Davis in my first press conference, and I said, TD, who's meant so much to Ole Miss for a long time, he's a Mississippi kid, and I said, it'd be unfair to you to talk about rebuilding. And I got he and Bree and Tyree in, and I said, with your guys' experience, how come you guys can't be as good as any backcourt in the SEC? And they kind of took that to heart. And as you guys know, you follow basketball, if you got good guard play, you got a chance to be competitive. And so they've done a really, really good job. Even late in the season, we've been so dadgum competitive against all the really, really good teams. So I'm really proud of them.
How important, Kermit, was their response to the coaching change in order to get the rest of the team to really come on board?
Yeah, you know, Parrish, when you take a new job, they're unsettled locker rooms. The one I left in middle, the one you take at Ole Miss. And you go to jobs and you hear different things about this kid's leaving, he's going to leave, he's not staying, blah, blah, blah. But you've got to have relationships quickly as you're forming a team with your recruiting. But when I met with those guys individually, I felt good about them. I just felt good. You know, TD had his name in the draft, but along the way, everything he told me was true, and I didn't know him very well, you know. And I said, just don't do anything, just don't make a mistake, just make a good choice. And then he came back, and he felt good about that. So that was the first big thing. And then those other guys came back, and then our trip to Canada was probably the best thing that happened to us. We left a lot of really bad basketball in Canada, and so we learned a lot, and it helped us a bunch.
They both said how wide open this tournament is, they think.
It is.
That you guys and anybody else could make a splash.
Well, it is. Our side of the bracket's like going to a Final Four. I mean, you start thinking about it. Alabama is one of the most talented teams in our league, and then it's Kentucky, Tennessee. It's almost like going through a Final Four. And but you're right. I think they say that based on our game against Tennessee, when Grant Williams hit kind of a last-second shot to beat us. As you were there with the Kentucky game, how competitive that was. And you're right. I think there's probably, 5, 6, 7 teams that could win the tournament.
You know, there's so many good coaches in this league. How rewarding is it for you to be, in your first year, named Coach of the Year?
Yeah, because it really is. You start looking around college basketball, it's as elite group of coaches as I've ever gone up against, just night in and night out, and the job they do on the floor, how well they recruit. So it is. It's quite an honor to be recognized among that group.
Going through your first slate in the SEC, what's your takeaway?
It was everything and more. I'm serious now. I've grown up in it. My dad was assistant coach in it in 1965, so I followed it my whole life. I've seen every phase of it in those years, and it's the best it's ever been. Like you said, the commitment to basketball, the fan interest around the league. When you go to Georgia and they won one game and they sold the place out, and the quality of coaches and recruiting. The length of the league is what I was just kind of taken away at, the length at the rim and how athletic everybody is. So and when John Calipari and Bruce and the guys who've been in it for a long time say, Kermit, it's never been like this, then you know how good the league it is, top to bottom.
Looking forward just to kind of seeing how the energy is in this tournament. It'd be a little different than it was at Conference USA.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing like the SEC tournament, especially in Nashville. I don't care. This is the best venue of any conference tournament in college basketball. The best city, best location to all the footprint of the SEC. So it's unbelievable. The atmosphere will be great tomorrow. But those quarterfinal games, as you guys know, that's like an NCAA tournament first round atmosphere. So everybody's trying to get there, on Friday.